So a lot of people ask me, why did you become a gastroenterologist? What made you want to be a gastroenterologist? And I usually sing them a little song. I always tell them, well, I love butts and I cannot lie. And that's always like a nice little icebreaker, when I'm coming in to see the patient and I'm getting ready to do a colonoscopy on them. It's just a nice icebreaker. And, I just tell them it's what moved me when I was in my training. It's what I love to do. I'm Dr. Liz Cruz and I'm a gastroenterologist. Did you know that over 2/3 of Americans are living with digestive issues? It's a big problem. The effects of constipation, gas, bloating, heartburn, acid reflux, diarrhea are felt by millions. Doctors' offices, my office, hospitals, the ERs are filled to the brim with patients that are coming in, searching for answers, searching for an end to their digestive issues. The problem is that digestive disease is an epidemic, and it's an epidemic that unfortunately modern medicine is just never going to fix. We're diagnosing all sorts of symptoms all the time. I have patients, I've been doing gastroenterology for over 20 years. I have patients that come in and day out with all sorts of digestive issues, gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, all sorts of stuff. And, they're coming in for answers. But the problem is that the current gastroenterology model is broken. It's broken. So as a doctor, as a traditionally trained medical doctor, I was trained how to diagnose signs and symptoms. Okay? I was trained how to treat it and so, or how to diagnose it. And so, we diagnose all sorts of stuff. Irritable bowel syndrome, acid reflux, Barrett's, fatty liver, and then, this is not something I diagnosed as a gastroenterologist. However, when I did primary care as an internist, I was finding prostate cancer, diagnosing Alzheimer's, depression. We make all these diagnoses, and then next comes a medicine, a test, or procedure, something to address the diagnosis. But the problem is that we still are not helping these patients. These patients are still getting sicker and sicker because modern medicine is just not fixing these issues. So I went into gastroenterology because I wanted to help patients, help them heal from their digestive issues. I wanted to be able to try to help them in whatever way that I could. And I learned how to prescribe medicines, and I have patients coming in day out with all of these issues. I prescribe medicine like candy, and they still come in with the same issues. And what I started noticing early on in my career was that younger and younger people were coming in with the same symptoms that their parents and their grandparents have. They had all the typical gastrointestinal issues. They had no energy. They were tired. They just didn't feel good. And in fact, they felt horrible. They felt like they had no life. All right. And, I was like, something is not right. Something is missing. In all of my years of medicine, my 10 years of medical training, medical school, internal medicine residency, gastroenterology fellowship, I learned how to prescribe medicine like candy. I learned how to do an amazing colonoscopy and upper endoscopy, and I was, and I continue to do these tests on these patients, but patients were still coming back with the same issues, with the same symptoms, despite doing all these tests and running labs and sending them for CAT scans and ultrasound and doing the procedures and prescribing medicine. I was like, what is going on? Something is missing, and I'm the kind of person that is not going to stop. I'm going to keep going until I find an answer. I would never, and I have never, and I will never tell a patient, you know what? I've done everything I can. There's nothing else I can do for you. You're going to have to go find someone else. Okay? I have not ever given up on anyone. I mean, have I sent them off for other opinions, second opinions? Absolutely. Okay? But I would never give up on my patients. So it became really frustrating to me because I just felt like I was hitting a wall, and it just made me so sad to see patients still coming back not feeling well. And so, I remember the day that I approached my wife back in like 2008. It's been a long time, but I approached my wife, Tina, who's also my office manager, and I told her, I need help. I don't know what to do. My patients are coming back. They're not feeling well. No matter what I do, no matter what I prescribe, they're still sick, not doing well. I need to figure out something to help them feel better. And I remember her face, the look that she gave me when she looked at me and she said, I don't know. You're the doctor. You tell me. But that was actually the beginning of our journey to discover the truth. That was the beginning. And, and like I mentioned a little bit earlier, when I started on this journey to natural medicine, I didn't know any better. All I knew was what I learned in medical school, in my internal medicine residency, and then I went to Guam and practiced internal medicine. I was an internist for 4 years, and then I went back and did more training to become a gastroenterologist, and all I learned was what I learned there. Like I said, how to prescribe medicines, how to do procedures, but little did I know that there was more to it than just doing these procedures and prescribing medicine. I knew no better. And I'm not going to lie, when I started on this journey to natural medicine, I was somewhat skeptical. Actually, I was a lot skeptical because all I learned was prescribing these medicines, as a way of treating these patients. I didn't learn any other natural form of medicine. Believe it or not, as a gastroenterologist, going through my training, I didn't even learn about nutrition. Okay, I mean, I remember the 1/2 day in medical school where we got our course in nutrition, and it was basically just going over all the different vitamins and what happens if you don't get enough, what happens if you get too much. That was pretty much it. I remember in my gastroenterology training, there was one attending who would religiously talk to the patients about eating a healthier diet, and I specifically remember him saying, you got to eat more nuts and berries, more nuts and berries. And I just thought that was so cool because he was really the only one that I ever heard really counseling patients on their diet. So even as a gastroenterologist, we didn't really get training in nutrition. And I guess that's, maybe everybody just thought that's because we could just refer them to a dietitian or a nutritionist. But anyways, I didn't know any better. I was very skeptical. But my wife and I started on this journey. She was right by my side. I just really wanted to help my patients feel better so badly that it even, made me sad that patients were coming back and not feeling good because they were hurting. They were hurting and they had no quality of life. And I just wanted to help anybody that was coming in through my doors feel better so badly. And so Tina and I went on this journey, and I apologize. Tina and I went on this journey, and we learned so much. We learned so much that I never knew. So much about the medicine industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the health insurance industry, so much. And, we were shocked. I was shocked. Tina was shocked. But that's where we started our journey. And Tina became so passionate about it that she even went, I mean, and this is a girl, brilliant. My wife is brilliant. She graduated from ASU, from the Honors College, a degree in marketing, and she became so passionate about it that she went and got her certification in holistic nutrition. And now she's by my side as day by day we transform people's lives. We transform their lives. People are feeling better. From the launch of our 4-step system, we have transformed and changed so many people's lives. And by the way, I'm not skeptical anymore. Like I said, it did take me a while. I was skeptical at first. And it actually took years where I got to the point where I realized that what we were doing from a more holistic, natural standpoint was working. People were coming back feeling so good. We had people calling us, people saying, calling us, coming to the office, crying, saying they had never felt so amazing, that they've never had so much energy and so much energy. Their digestive issues were a thing of the past. Their aches and pains were gone. They had so much energy. They could run circles around their kids or their grandkids. They were sleeping well. They were just feeling so amazing. And this is what we want for you. This is why you're here today, because you want to feel amazing. And we want you to feel amazing and live an amazing, high quality life with the people that you love. So what are you waiting for?